Hey guys! Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about the prompt question, how do I view those I teach? So I'm going to talk about two questions that I've asked, and the first one is, can I love my students? So I teach art part-time to middle school students, and I have a really hard time loving some of my students. I mean, there's others that are just complete angels who do their work, and then there's others who just never do their work and are really, really hard to work with. So this is a really good question for me. Can I love my students? And Brianna Parker, thank you, suggested a really, really good TED Talk video by Rita Pierson, and it's called Every Kid Needs a Champion. And Rita says, kids don't learn from people they don't like. So this could be the problem with me. Maybe my students, some of the really, really hard ones, don't like me very much. Maybe I'm not showing that love very well. Maybe I need to work on that. And then Socrates says the students who are hardest to love need love the most. And I think that's so true. And I'm sure some of these students have trouble in all their classes. It's not just my class where they don't want to work. I'm sure it's many others. And I bet their teachers also pick on them and are constantly, telling them off. And when you are told off so much, it's going to get to a point where they believe that that's the way they are. That's the way their personality is. When that's not the case, it shouldn't be that way. So maybe if or as we as teachers with those students that we can't seem to love very much, maybe we just need to remember that, Christ loves all of his children, even those who mock him and don't believe in him even, that he still loves them. And maybe we can look at his example and try to have that same love towards our students. And maybe that will help our students want to be better and want to change the way they are acting. So my next question is, how can I show love for them? So I think one thing I could do is learn their names at the very beginning of the year. That's the goal I'm going to set for myself, is at the very beginning of the year, before it even starts, I'm going to get my roster and I'm going to learn all their names. And when they come into class, I'll be like, hey, Brianna, or hey, Lexi, and they're going to be like, oh, wow, she knows my name. That's really cool. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to do that. And then I think also if you give them a bad grade on an assignment, to tell them why. Don't just give them a bad grade and expect them to know, because they may feel like you're just picking on them or that you just don't like them. When that's not the case, we should show them that we're really just giving them correction to help them improve and grow in their learning and out of love. Okay. And then sincerely compliment them on their achievements. So also tell them why we're proud of them for good things they do. Help them to know that we notice those things and that we want them to keep doing those things. So, and then also be a good listener as well as a good teacher. I feel like being a good listener is just as important as being a good teacher, because if we can listen and we take the time out of our day to learn about our kids' lives and what's going on and how they're doing, they're going to feel that trust with us as their teachers, and they're going to want to learn more from us and make a difference in their lives. So to conclude, going back to Rita Pierson's TED Talk, she says, every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them, who understands the power of connection and insists that they become the best they can possibly be. So let's be that champion in our students' lives. Let's help them get through school, because school is hard, and especially going through middle school and high school. It's a challenge, and so if we can be there, maybe we can make their experience better and we can show our love for them. And I truly believe that. So thanks for watching. We'll see you later.